Hello drama lovers, welcome back to my channel. Breaking news. They said it was just acting. They said it was all for the camera. But sometimes, emotions slip through the script. And when Zhang Linghe looked into Zhao Jinmai's eyes, fans around the world could feel it, that spark, that quiet heartbeat that says, this isn't just a scene. Today, we're diving into the moments that made the entire fandom whisper the same thing. I can't hide it anymore. When Zhang Linghe and Zhao Jinmai first appeared together in Story of Cunning Palace, the audience expected elegance, intensity, and perfect acting. What they didn't expect was magic. Zhang Linghe, known for his calm charm and quiet confidence, had always carried that princely aura, the kind that makes every glance feel intentional. Zhao Jinmai, on the other hand, was the definition of pure life. Her expressive eyes, her grace, she brought a softness to the screen that felt impossibly real. From the very first behind-the-scenes clip, something shifted. There was a moment, small, almost forgettable, when Linghe fixed a strand of hair that had fallen on Jinmai's face during filming. He didn't laugh or make it playful. He just looked at her for a heartbeat longer than needed. And fans noticed. On Weibo and TikTok, comments exploded. That wasn't he acting. Did you see the way he looked at her? There's something going on here. Their chemistry became the talk of every K-drama community. It wasn't just the lines or the cinematography, it was the way their emotions bled through the screen. Every eye contact, every soft touch, every hesitation before a smile, felt too real. Even during interviews, that connection didn't fade. When asked about their on-screen chemistry, Zhao Jinmai shyly smiled and said, "He's very focused. When he looks at you, you really believe in the moment." And Linghe, he simply replied, "She makes it easy to forget the camera exists." That's when fans started calling them the silent flame couple, because their bond wasn't loud or showy. It was quiet, but it burned. Their interactions behind the scenes painted an even more intimate story. Linghe's protective gestures, Jinmai's effortless laughter, their natural comfort even when the cameras weren't rolling. You could almost hear the unsaid words in the spaces between them. And that's where the story truly begins, not with a confession, not with a statement, but with a feeling. A feeling that couldn't be hidden anymore. It started subtly. During a promotional event for Story of Cunning Palace, fans noticed Zhang Linghe couldn't stop glancing at Jinmai even when she wasn't speaking. His eyes would follow her movements, soft but intent, like he was memorizing every detail. And when Jinmai spoke about how challenging her emotional scenes were, Linghe interrupted with a quiet, "You did it perfectly." The crowd erupted. Jinmai froze, a hint of pink coloring her cheeks. It wasn't just a co-star's compliment, it was the kind of admiration that slips out when someone forgets the world is watching. Social media turned it into a frenzy. Edits of their interactions flooded TikTok, with captions like, "If this is acting, give them both an award. You can't fake this kind of love." The more they appeared together, the more undeniable it became. Their body language told the story their lips refused to confirm. The way Linghe instinctively adjusted his pace to match hers. The way Jinmai would glance at him mid-sentence, like seeking silent reassurance. It was all too natural. Too raw. Even fellow cast members teased them. During one group interview, when someone mentioned their unreal chemistry, Linghe just smiled, but Jinmai tried to hide her laugh behind her hand. That laugh, that tiny, uncontrollable smile became the fandom's obsession. And yet, through it all, they never confirmed anything. They let the world wonder, building an invisible wall between real and real. But behind that wall, emotions kept growing. During one scene, the famous candlelight confrontation, cameras captured a fleeting moment. Linghe's hand trembled slightly as he brushed Jinmai's cheek. It wasn't he in the script. It wasn't he planned. It just happened. That single frame went viral. Fans across platforms reposted it with captions like "You can't hide your heart forever." The boundary between acting and feeling had officially blurred. And while neither of them said a word, their eyes said everything. After filming Wrapped, most co-stars go their separate ways. But for Zhang Linghe and Zhao Jinmai, the story lingered. Fans began spotting subtle interactions, liking each other's posts within minutes, attending similar events, or wearing eerily similar accessories. Nothing concrete, but enough to keep the speculation alive. Then came that one unplanned reunion. At an awards show months later, the two were seated in the same row. The moment cameras caught them exchanging smiles, social media went into a meltdown. It wasn't the smile itself, it was the familiarity behind it. Like two people who had shared something real, something quietly precious. When Jinmai walked on stage to accept her award, Linghe stood up first to applaud before anyone else did. The look of quiet pride on his face didn't escape the audience. He wasn't her co-star in that moment. He was someone who believed in her. And in a later interview, when asked about what makes acting meaningful, Linghe said softly, "It's when the emotion lingers even after the director says cut." Those words, they hit differently. Fans knew exactly who he was talking about. Their story became something of a legend among drama lovers, not because of public confessions or paparazzi shots, but because of the authenticity that radiated every time they were near each other. It's rare in the entertainment world, where everything is scripted, polished, and rehearsed, to find something that feels human. Something that feels like love. Whether it was real or just two hearts synchronizing perfectly in art, nobody can say for sure. But maybe that's the beauty of it. Because love, real or acted, always leaves a trace. And there's it left an entire generation of fans believing in quiet, unspoken romance again. Transition. And now, as both stars move forward in their careers, one question still lingers: was it just perfect acting? Or did their hearts truly meet?